Hey guys, it's Troop Gaming, and this is the second devlog for my Mega Man fan game that I've been working on. For this devlog, I worked on the first stage, the first Robot Master, and some new enemies. But anyway, without farther ado, let's get right into it. So the first thing I did for making the stage was I thought of what the gimmick should be. But like the first devlog, I was still coming out of the stage where I wasn't thinking I was actually going to make a devlog then, so I didn't get a video of all this. So I decided I wanted to make it like Super Mario 3D World's Beat Block Skyway. So I recreated these platforms in Unity. So the first thing I did was make these plugs to visualize when the platforms would change. Then I created the platforms that would switch on and off. After I created the platforms, I wrote up a script to make the plugs change the platforms when they connect. Then I created these treadmills and these spikes. I was also going to add ladders, but I thought that was doing too much for one level. Then after I figured out what I wanted the gimmick to be, I made the entire level with the Mega Man Maker tile sets again. Although, I'll probably get rid of this wood area over here. I might not do it though, because it'll probably make the stage too small. But anyway, here's the music I'm using for the level. It's from this guy here. I'm not even going to begin to try to pronounce that name, but I'll put a link to it in the description. But anyway, I think that's it for the first part. First up, we have this light bulb enemy that I still don't know what to call. These light bulb guys are supposed to be like the light bulb guys from Mega Man and the Shattered Diamond. These guys were not hard to make. The hardest part was coating the bullets. For some reason, I got stuck on coating them for like 2 hours because they wouldn't move right. The next enemy I made is the boot met. It wasn't hard making this guy either. I tried to make them kind of like the big eye from Mega Man 1. I didn't make the original sprite for these guys, I just found it on the internet and thought it looked cool. The last enemy I made for this level are these guys that just fly around and shoot bullets down at you. And the sprites I used are these unused sprites from Mega Man Unlimited. But anyway, that's all the new enemies I made for this level. But while I was bored, I tried to remake a bunch of enemies from the Mega Man games. So here's a montage of a bunch of enemies I made. Anyway, you can see I had a lot of fun doing this. The first boss I had to make for this level was the mid-boss. Since there's a lot of light bulb enemies and stuff, I decided to reuse the sprites from the Octobulb from Mega Man 10 and make the Octobulb Neo. As you can see here, I reused the electric bullets from the light bulb enemies earlier. Most of the process of me making the boss wasn't that hard because the boss was simple. The hardest part was because I was using this script that I call the sign up and down script, and it gives the boss that up and down motion. And I basically took the script from the FPS Microgames items. Although there is one issue I've noticed about this boss. After its second phase, it does this weird teleporting thing. It's mainly just affects the looks, but I'd rather it look better. Then, after I finished the mid-boss, it was time to work on the real boss for the stage. The first thing I did was create the boss room. Then I copied Bomb Man as a base for this boss. I thought his jumping movement would help me, but it ended up not really helping me. Then I changed his sprite, and yet again I did not make the original sprite for this. After that, it was time to do the first test. I mean, just look at this. Doesn't it look beautiful? But anyway, at this point, the boss was far from complete. After that test, I made him able to shoot and I changed his animation. But at this point, I still hadn't coded his second attack phase. After that, I figured out how to make game objects follow a curve so they could look like they're swinging. Then I add this movement to the boss for a second attack phase. Then after that, I made some small adjustments. So then I had to make the swinging look better. The first thing I did was make a line render that looked pixelated to swap out for his hand when he was swinging. After I made the line render, I tried to make him stop and stretch his arm before he started swinging. As you can see, it didn't work the first time I tried to do it. Then I tried to fix it, and this time it didn't quite work either. Then after that, it took me like an hour to fix that issue, and then I tried to make him shoot down while he was swinging. But then I made an issue in my code, and then this started happening. It wasn't too hard to fix, but then after that, the boss was done. Anyway, after that, this is kinda random, but someone pointed out in a comment that the running animation looked wrong, so I fixed that too. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this section. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.